The Seahawks battling youth homelessness in our state. The team and the Tableau Foundation partnering with Away Home Washington to house anyone in need. And to tell us about the big goal, Managing Director of Community Engagement for the Seahawks, Becca Stout, is here, and Executive Director of Away Home Washington, Julie Patiño. Thank you both for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
Let's start with you, Julie. Tell us about your new partnership with the Seahawks. How does it work exactly?
Well, like many of the Seahawks sort of endeavors in support of community, the Seahawks is specifically really joining us in supporting preventing and ending youth and young adult homelessness. We share a love of, frankly, community. We share a love of wanting to make sure that young people thrive and survive throughout this entire state. This partnership is really meant to highlight our work and, frankly, the odd fact that we share a data-driven culture that looks at data on an individual level as well as across systems and how we can improve systems.
So, Julie, for those of us that aren't familiar with the work that you're doing, how is Away Home Washington working to end youth homelessness?
Well, our mission, of course, is to both prevent and end youth and young adult homelessness. At the same time, address disproportionality of young people of color and LGBTQ plus young folks who experience homelessness in every reach of this state, frankly. Our work is deeply embedded with communities. We work side by side with them across systems and silos, and frankly, in deep partnership with young people with lived experience of homelessness, who without them, we really wouldn't be in the solution territory.
And so, Becca, talk about the Seahawks partnership with Away Home Washington and how Tableau has helped out with the goal here.
Yeah, so the Seahawks support numerous community initiatives across our state. Two of those areas we really focus on are supporting youth in our community and the fight to end homelessness. And so when we had the opportunity to partner with two experts in Tableau and Away Home Washington who are addressing this issue in our state, we were really excited.
And Julie, talk about the data that you use. It apparently plays quite a bit of a role in your effort. A by name list. What is that, and how it makes sure that each person gets the specific help that they need?
Well, one of the key ways that data makes a difference at Away Home Washington is that we use what we call humanistic data, which is that there's a human being behind every single data point that's out there. And so when we think about the young people experiencing homelessness as sort of nameless and non-identified individuals, we're not able to solve homelessness. A by name list is just what it sounds like. It is a list of all of the young people who, as we sit here today, are currently experiencing homelessness. There's a different imperative when we know that in any given moment, and we're able to solve for that on an individual level. But we're also able to see what's happening across the system and whether tweaks that we make to the system are actually working.
Hey, you can't get the kids the help they need if you don't know who and where they are. So that makes perfect sense. So for the Seahawks, Julie, what do you see moving forward here with this partnership?
Well, I think that their support has been incredible. Everything for, frankly, some of our folks who have been in the trenches during COVID are going to be attending a game next weekend, but also this recognition that this work needs to be elevated. A lot of myths around youth homelessness and what drives youth homelessness. I mean, we have 13,000 young people in this state estimated to be experiencing homelessness on their own, unaccompanied. So this is not sort of embedded in a family experiencing homelessness, but really young people on their own. This partnership is really meant to tell that story and to raise up how we can drive towards solutions.
All right, Becca Stout with the Seahawks, Julie Patiño with Away Home Washington. Great to have you this morning. Thank you so much.